What's up, fam? It's Brian Castrillo, and I just watched the first episode of House of the Dragon. I gotta say, this first episode was absolutely perfect. This brought everything that you wanted to see in that beginning. This is why we fell in love with Game of Thrones in the first place. This first episode right here. Now, of course, I gotta admit, I didn't read any of the books, but I'm a huge fan of the show, and I was really looking forward to this series, the prequel to, Game of Thrones. Now, after Game of Thrones, I kind of wanted to see an Arya Stark kind of sequel, and I still hope that we get that sometime because she was my favorite character. Now, as far as from this first episode, I can't, distinctly choose a favorite character, but did you guys have a favorite character just from the first episode, or are you just kind of gonna go with the flow and just see what happens throughout the series? Now, if I was now in the original series, Game of Thrones, I, of course, was House Stark. That was my favorite house. But I am really excited from what we've seen in this. Now, this takes place 172 years before we get Princess Daenerys Targaryen. But everything about this was absolutely amazing. The special effects, the cinematography, the actors, the costumes, absolutely love that. The dragons were amazing. My goodness. We had the violence. And let me just tell you something. When Daemon Targaryen, he's head of the City Watch, and he went and looked for all of those criminals, or at least what he called criminals, throughout the city. My goodness, that was incredibly violent. And then, of course, we have the jousting, which was also violent. I loved it. It was basically kind of like being in a Renaissance festival. And it was absolutely fantastic. There was one heartbreaking scene, and that was that scene where, the birth scene. If you already know, I'm not going to get too into it. If you've seen the episode, you already know what I'm talking about. But that was absolutely heartbreaking. We heard, Dracarys. I'm absolutely loving this, and from what we got, and of course there's plenty of sex like we normally get with Game of Thrones. There was, we had the whorehouse, we had a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on within the Targaryen's house, and there's clearly building up to some conflict that's going to be coming from Daemon and King Viserys, who just. You'll see as there's clearly some buildup, and there's some characters in here like Lord Hightower, who I believe that we're going to love to hate as we get deeper into this world that we're coming into. But right now it's clearly way too early for me to choose a favorite, and we do know that winter is coming. And because they did. Towards the end of the episode, they brought up, Winterfell, the Starks, and where this is that big war. It's brewing, and I am all here for it. But I want to ask you guys, the audience, the guys that follow me, the guys that listen to, what I have to say and interact with me. I love you guys, but I want to hear from you guys who watched this first episode. What did you love about it? What are you looking forward to in this series? And who are your favorite characters? For me, it's too early to choose a favorite character, but I'm loving the conflict within this. Daemon Targaryen is a fantastic character. But the conflict is coming. And I'm here for it. I am excited. Who are we going to see bend the knee? What type of violence are we going to see just coming from the dragons? The dragons alone are fantastic. We did see Daemon Targaryen, who was basically kind of kicked out of the realm of King's Landing, and was him and his wife told to go because of a disagreement with his brother. And you're going to see this conflict arise as we go deeper into the story. But we did see him kind of connect with the dragons. So at the end, and that's how he took off with one of the dragons. So is that going to be a conflict? Are the dragons going to kind of not know who to choose sides with? Because clearly Daemon Targaryen wants to be king. He was not named the heir. But wow, all I gotta say is absolutely perfect first episode. Costumes were brilliant. The story is brilliant. This is just kind of building up the conflict of the Targaryens. We're gonna get more of the Starks, I believe, in the next episode or maybe the next couple episodes. But follow me as we kind of delve into this world of Game of Thrones all over again. I'm excited. We haven't seen Game of Thrones for at least a good solid 3 years, and this is amazing. The only thing that's going to be trouble is this is on Sunday night, which of course, I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, so I'm gonna have to figure that out as far as how I'm gonna do these reviews. But from this first episode, tell me in the comments what you're looking forward to. What are your favorite what are your favorite characters within here? What do you guys want to talk about? Let's do this. Let's delve into this world. And let's not forget, winter is coming. Love you guys. Let's do this.